Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bath City Radio for live coverage of the 2025 Women's Somerset Junior Cup Final between Bath City and Weston Supermare from Iron Mould Lane. I'm Mark Stillman, commentating throughout. Mare team have beaten Penmill, Stockwood and Knelsey to reach this showpiece event, while Weston have put a combined 15 goals past Oddown and Brislington without reply as they look to defend the cup, having beaten Portishead Ladies Reserves here just over a year ago. The two sides are in sistering divisions in Tier 6 of the Women's Pyramid with similar records, so we could end up going the distance tonight. A reminder that if the tie is level after 90 minutes, we're straight into a penalty shootout. Referee Mandy Curvett blows a whistle to call the captains over. It's the first time actually a Bath City women's game has been officiated by a female official. The captain of Weston is Tash Crew, one of their longest serving players. Her and Sam Crew, twin sister, both in the starting 11 tonight. Tara Taylor in the middle at the moment, the only Bath City women's player who played in their first ever game back in September 2022, a 4-0 loss at Penmill. Come a long way since then. They didn't enter this competition last year. They were keen to this year because they knew they stood a decent chance of reaching the final. Bath City and Weston are the two highest ranked teams in it. So it's Bath City will be getting the game underway, attacking from right to left here, Iron Mould Lane, the Somerset Junior Cup Final. Bath City's journey as a reformed club started 970 days ago at Penmill. And now they're here in their first final as 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗧𝗦 plays it to Taylor on the right-hand side, back to Gray for the first touch over the top. And it's headed back towards goalkeeper Holcomb of Weston. So Slater there to cover. Rennie back to Taylor on the right-hand side, dispossessed though from Jones. Back in the team this evening for Weston, he's been a regular this season. Kept in play, Rennie far right for Bath City, inside to 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗧𝗏 in the attacking third, trying to turn away from Mullins and wins a free kick. There's Duffy, it'll be left-footed. Goes for goal, actually quite ambitious, and it's an easy take. As Larby picks up on the left. It's a layoff from Sharkey to 𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏. Which are ambitious efforts, and 40 yards out, it hits the back of Fry. And free kick, Weston's favour, although Spratt looks worse off. Jones, anyway, Spratt, Taylor on the right, gets the ball in, flicks off the head of Thorner Atkinson and Duffy, forcing her further wide of goal, left-sided player. It drills it low to 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏 near the edge of the penalty area, couldn't get any telling contact away really as Thorner Atkinson tries to win the ball off Tash Crew. Both go down in a real muddle with one another. Rennie takes it off for both of them. There's Duffy on the left-hand side. Brown waiting in the middle. Duffy ball in. It's not a bad one. And keeper fumbles it. Oh, lucky to get on the second attempt. 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏 there waiting to pounce. Some 6 yards or so from goal. First real scare though for this Western back line. 𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏𝗛𝗏 picks well up this row and turns away from Fry. 𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏𝗛𝗏, left-footed shot. It's a trickler really and straight into the hands of Sadie Fry. The corner which some Crew will take, this time the Western right. It's a decent delivery and came off Thorner Atkinson. Gray with a follow-up header away. City's trying to press Western back. It's laid off now to Tash Crew near the edge of the box. Couldn't find a teammate. Taylor on the right to Brown. And first Brown, not a bad ball to Rennie. She's got two defenders nearby. Rennie's got 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏𝗏 waiting in the box. Plays it back towards 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏𝗏. She's got going first nerve. Really good defending from Wilson. Follow-up clearance from Slater. Spratt midway inside the Western half towards Duffy on the left-hand side, giving chase. Should keep the ball in play. She does. Left-footed ball in, but it's behind Rennie, and now Weston can look to break. Tash Crew's picked it up in her own half, looking for 𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏𝗏𝗛𝗏, and Fry is taking a little sting off the pass, but Gray there to cover. Banks up towards the other end, bypasses a couple of players. As Fry's got the ball in her own half. Spratt. Thorner Atkinson prods it further wide to Duffy. Over the top, Brown looks offside, and the flag does go up. It's a shame because it's a really good finish on Brown. Goalkeeper, I think it's sort of given up anyway. Does not count, the flag went up pretty early, and the view I've got, it looked correct to me. Thrown inside to 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗧𝗦, chests it down to herself. Burrows. Into her right foot, but again, it's an easy take for Sadie Farley. Slightly risky ball to Jones. Dispossessed. Now 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗧𝗏, midway inside the western half and central to Rennie. 17, Jasmine Rennie. Played an hour last night for the Devs. Trivett on halfway, came through the development side. Good ball, threaded up to Rennie. Now Duffy on the left-hand side. Brown waiting in the middle. It's quite a heavy cross, looks too high for Brown, but Taylor's going to keep it on the right-hand side. Taylor's attempted shot is charged down. It's gone behind for a corner. Brave defending from Burrows, who came back. First corner for City. 22 minutes in, floodlights flicker into life. Two arms in the air. Duffy towards the near post. Nearly bypasses everyone. Grace going to keep it in play. Not convincing from the Western defence or goalkeeper. Taylor near the edge of the box. Spratt making room. Spratt's shot is charged down from Jones. Pretty much stationed on the right wing at the moment. Duffy throws it to Rennie. Good close control. It appears a handball from Weston. Rennie's turned away from trouble now near the byline. Staying on her feet. And won a free kick. She was caught just wide of the penalty area. It was very close to being inside. As do all of Weston. They brought pretty much everyone back. Duffy, left-footed. It's punched away from goalkeeper Holcomb. Did well, actually, because she would have had plenty of bodies in her way. But there's a meaningful shot on target from Bow City women. The goalkeeper dealt with it well. Out for a throw-in. And does enough. Plays out to 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏. Really tidy first touch. The attacking midfielder. Oh, she's gone down though. 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏 trying to capitalise near the edge of the box, running to Fry again. Trying to dispossess Burrows. Which lost out. Jones collects it. Jones shoots. And again, it's a long-range effort and well taken from Sadie Farley. Spratt tries to bring the ball down. Back to Duffy on halfway. Dispossessed though from 𝗏. She's gone for goal and it's going to go straight into the hands of Farley. It's an ambitious effort from Sam 𝗏, only around 5 or 6 yards inside the City half. Duffy to take this corner, two arms in the air, the City left, it'll be an outswinger. It's not a bad one, towards Gray, gets the header on, punched away from the goalkeeper under no real pressure. Thorne Atkinson near the edge of the box. Thorne Atkinson completely slices her shot, it's going to stay in play actually on the right side. She's scored a couple from distance this season. Kept in play from Taylor, no it's not, it's gone behind for a City throw. She scored a couple of stunning goals away at St Valier. Good goal scoring form in 2025, Thorne Atkinson. That one not one she'll want to watch back on as Weston trying to break down the left-hand side with Burrows. 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏𝗏 in front of her, she's gone inside at the moment. Burrows with sort of hands outstretched as if to say I need an option. She's tried to find Sharkey on the right-hand side. Sharkey looked to have controlled it with her arm, but anyway, a resulting shot was harmlessly wide and behind for a goal kick. No trouble for Farley. 7.5 minutes and a half remaining, 0-0. Bath City women and Weston Supermare. Both managers are pretty satisfied with what they've seen so far. They're debating that Duffy's gained a yard or so taking it. Didn't see too much wrong. There's Bryan trying to bustle her way through near the edge of the penalty area. Bryan's made a little bit of space, shot on the right foot and goes too close to Holcomb. She well doesn't get a shot away at all, really, Maddie Bryan. Her unfavoured right foot. She's got 6 goals this season. Weston breaking down the left-hand side. It's fed towards Sharkey on the edge of the box. Jones is carried on her run. Hits the heels of Fry. Jones near the edge of the area, but couldn't find a teammate. It's hammered clear well from Thorne Atkinson. Bryan gets a flick on. Slater missed a kick. Rennie trying to capitalise on that down the left-hand side. Touch the ball behind. Shot 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏 room on the right. And she played it back to Bryan. 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗏 still in a bit of space. Weston have got bodies back. Spratt missed the ball on the bounce. City didn't make the most of that, really. Rennie maybe should have had a little bit more faith in herself to dash for goal as Thorne Atkinson easily robs the ball in midfield. She's got Rennie to her left-hand side. Thorne Atkinson going second. Thorne Atkinson's shot is well wide. She was put under sufficient pressure from Jones and harmlessly off target for a goal kick. Laura Jones doing enough, who appeared from the substitutes bench in the final last year. Thrown from Taylor to Brown. Brown again near the edge of the area, trying to go onto a left foot. And the ball's hit the referee, and she'll have to stop the game. Being told strictly not to advance any nearer as Thorner Atkinson. Taylor on the right, left-footed ball. He's not a bad one, headed away though. And miscontrol, and Brown is always sort of over the top of it, really. Duffy again the take. It'll be an outswinger in the City left. Duffy's gone short to Thorner Atkinson inside the corner of the party. Thorner Atkinson, I think it was intended shot, but it's going well wide. It might go out for a throw-in on the far side. Still playing on. I expect the half-time whistle will go shortly. Larby under pressure well from Goto. He's won it back, City won't want the half-time whistle to go. They've got a free kick. Larby pulling on the shirt of Goto. Whistle goes. The City right for Duffy. It's floaty, it's onto the roof of the net. And behind for a goal kick. Goalkeeper had it covered. It's gone onto the roof actually of the terrace behind. Referee has a look at her watch. Still go on. Slade on the right, charge down from Rennie, but that's enough for the first half. Bath City women 0, Weston-super-Mare women 0. Chances, few and far between really. Kandasenko, they're going to control the leading scorer. A couple of players go to ground. Crew's ball, height and distance. It's met on the volley from, it was Tash Crew. Well, bounced a little bit uncomfortably in front of Farley. She did enough. Weston throw. Burrows, who was nearby. Thrown down the line to Kandasenko, who keeps it in play. Fending off Gray, plays it against the centre-back, and it's a corner to Weston-super-Mare. Which as ever, some Crew will come across to take. Well, it's more an outswinger, actually. I wasn't expecting. She mishit it. Gray heads it away to Tash Crew, sets herself up for a volley. It's looping, but it's watched and easy taken from Sadie Farley. But one of those nightmare ones, like if you're a fielder in cricket, a dolly, you'd say, and she took it well. One of her final appearances for the club, Sadie Farley. She's off to university in Cardiff. Spratt treads on the ball, picked up from McGlone near the edge of the area. McGlone, right-footed shot, and Farley does well. She always had it covered, and happy to watch it bounce wide of her right post. Referees at Bath City men's level and Weston-super-Mare's men's level is Phil Atkinson. An interesting ball over the top to Taylor, cutting inside of Burrows. Got Brian up in front on the right side, squares it to Goto near the edge of the box. Goto trying to make room for a shot. She shot, it's hit the post and stayed out. Rennie on the follow-up, it's in! Bath City have scored! It was almost in slow motion initially when Goto's shot hit the inside of the post, and Jasmine Rennie reacted the quickest. What a moment to score her first goal for the first team. 53 minutes in, it's Bath City 1, Weston-super-Mare 0. Jasmine Rennie, who top scored for the development team last year. Plenty of poachers finishes like that. Everything seemed to stop. I think they were expecting that Goto's shot had already gone in. But Rennie had continued her run. Goalkeeper, full stretch. I think she sort of helped it into the net. It might have already been over the line anyway. But this Weston defence has been breached in the Junior Cup for the first time this season. Jasmine Rennie doesn't turn 18 until October. Has got the opening goal in this final as Spratt's got the ball in midfield to Brown on the right, overlapping one of Taylor. Still Taylor trying to get away from Larby. She's got support behind her in Brown. Libby Goto was desperately unlucky not to score. It didn't matter as Brown's left-footed ball is a poor one. It's just going to trickle behind for a goal kick. Bath City 1, Weston-super-Mare 0. Jasmine Rennie, 53 minutes, got the ball now to Duffy on the left. Right over the top for Brown. Cute first touch, now she's got away from Wilson. Brown, she's got support in the middle of Goto. Brown goes to goal and is gone past the post, and the goalkeeper had it covered. Southey, who's spread her arms out wide as if to say that's not going in, and she was right. It's behind for a goal kick. Spratt near the edge of the box. Helps it back forward to Rennie. Flag stays down. First time ball in from Rennie towards the near post. Goalkeeper flaps it in a little bit. Just got away with it, and it's helped cleared from Mullins. Taylor picks the ball up inside the penalty area, still trying to fight her way through. City doing the pressing at the moment. Gota, 30 yards out in central, has a go, and it's well taken. Dipped a little bit in front of Holcomb, who gathered before it bounced and left her embarrassed. That's been an excellent start the second half for Matt Brave's team. Just shy of the hour, 1-0. Jasmine Rennie. Ball from the back for Weston, intercepted from Fry. Loose touch from Spratt, McGlone. Ball over is an interesting one for Kandasenko, who's got a shot away, saving the legs of Farley. Fry is out of cover, there's a couple of ricochets, came last off Gray, and it's behind for a corner. Could have gone anywhere, but Farley to the rescue. Kandasenko's got 16 this season. One to keep an eye on. Farley's sort of gone down after that. Needs treatment from Josh Cook. So corner to Weston on their right-hand side. Taken from Crew towards Burrows, intercepted from Spratt, and it's an effort from Tash Crew. 25 yards out, bounced up. Decent connection, but too high. We've got another ball on the roof of the fairly low terrace to our left-hand side. Terrace roof about level with the crossbar, I'd say. Kandasenko on halfway. It's McGlone away down the right, should keep it in play. For options forward, it's a decent delivery as well towards Crew, and missed the header Gray. And didn't find Tash Crew either. Farley again, just gleefully bounces on the loose ball. And Duffy's delivery towards the near post. Brown tries to help it on. I think it's come last off a Western leg. And it's behind for another corner. It's Brown now. It's gone down with cramp. Not a bad player to bring on. Adela Clark, City's leading goal scorer. It's going to come on for Maddie Brown. Recovered from Jones. Cleared only as far as Duffy. Ball in towards Clark, who's headed it up into the air. It's a little bit awkward, and it's a yard or so wide of Southie's right post. Poor throw-in, which is volleyed back forward from Duffy. And Thorner Atkinson in the air. And foul in midfield. And Kandasenko came back, but too much force on Thorner Atkinson, who felt it. Weston with a line on the edge of the penalty area. Duffy hits it towards Clark, who gets a flicked header on and in! It's a second! It's Adela Clark. Only been on the pitch for 5 minutes. The ball was allowed to bounce in the box. It was a well-placed header from Clark. The leading scorer has her 12th of the season. She's scored in every round, and she has given Bath City daylight here. They lead by 2-0 against Weston-super-Mare in the Somerset Junior Cup final. An inspired substitution, inspired starter. Jasmine Rennie wasn't sure whether she'd start the game. She's scored. Adela Clark's come off the bench. Something to prove, and she's certainly done it. So, Crew to take right-footed. It's not bad. It's too close to Farley. She went low rather than high, and fairly central and well taken. Burrows forced back from her own touch. Does well though to keep it in play on left-hand side, near side. Kandasenko, clever back here, has got Tash Crew away down the left. Faced up from Gray. Back inside to Kandasenko. Kandasenko trying to keep the ball into her right foot. Slips as she plays it through, but she manages to find McGlone near the edge of the box. Trivets is standing her ground. Crew in the edge of the area. City with 9 players back. They haven't picked up Burrows inside the penalty area. He's made it across, a great chance, it's in! Jones poked it through the legs of Farley. And they're dashing back to get the ball. So just under 10 minutes remaining. Weston have half the deficit. Laura Jones on target. They worked it well. They were pretty patient. It's only a second goal of the season. First was in a 4-0 win over Bideford back in November. City are going to make a change. 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗧𝗏 is coming off. Race is running. Kelly Cutler is coming on from the Bristol Rovers player. Started the season as an attacker, but has dropped deeper in recent games. 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗏 in midfield. Ball trying to ricochet it through to Rennie on the left. McGlone spotted the overlapping run now of Sam Crew. Got the other side of Duffy is being held, and that's a free kick to Weston. Wide right for them. 84th minute, that's a yellow card for Erin Duffy. Touches it around Burrows, but Weston were aware of it with Bailey there. Clark wins it back. Now 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗏's spectated. I thought they almost banked kindly into the path of Clark, but goalkeeper Southey gobbles it up inside the penalty area. Now Bailey for Weston, fouled from 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗏. Centre circle. No name taken, and that's City's second yellow card in quick succession, and third of the season. Libby 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗏. Corner for City. Duffy take, left-footed, high, floated towards Gray. Gray's header has gone well wide. Again, there's a appeals for a corner. The assistant says goal kick. And Weston keen to get on with it quickly. She hasn't scored this season, Abby Gray. Inside to Spratt, slight miscontrol. 2 Weston players on her. Board's gone up for additional time. 6 minutes to be added on. McGlone picking the ball up in midfield. And Burrows is onside on the left-hand side. It's run into Fry, who's trying to get her body in front of her. He's done well to fend her off, but good battling from Burrows. Fry's frustratingly had a little bit of a nibble at her ankle. She didn't need to. Technically decent player, just 11 appearances first since she arrived. Right-footed ball, a really good one. It's only half cleared and volleyed over onto the ground. I think it was Kandasenko. And City breathe a sigh of relief. That was a wicked delivery from McGlone into a great area. Big couple of minutes. Rennie. I thought she was fouled, actually. The referee says play on. Weston are taking charge of that, and that's a foul from Cutler on halfway. Might be another caution. Kelly Cutler deliberately stopped the attack, breaking forward past halfway. And she's going to pick up her second caution in the stripes. City are now looking to make their 5th change. Nell Bloomfield, never played for the first team, is going to come on in added time in the cup final as Hemmings intercepts to Cutler. Steps over the ball, manages to find Taylor on the right. Hemmings dispossessed in midfield. McGlone back to Tash Crew near the edge of the box. Weston 19, something interesting on the right-hand side. Sam Crew's shot is not bad, and it's a brilliant save from Farley, and she's put it out for a corner. Free stretch to her right-hand side. And City have switched off. Weston have taken it. Oh, Weston took a short corner, but they've been stopped because City want to make substitution. Nell Bloomfield is going to come on. Weston feel hard done by with that. It's deep delivery. Cutler should be able to try and lead a chance forward. Cutler rides a couple of challenges. Oh, he's kicked out. Well, Tash Crew then kicked out after on Kelly Cutler, but Cutler has been penalised for the first one. City have got a line of around 9 players. All their players are within 20 yards of their own goal. Crew chips it over the top. It's not a bad delivery. It's flicked off the head of Duffy, and it's really well taken from Farley. Because that was awkward. It was back towards her own goal. We played 8 minutes of additional time. The Somerset Junior Cup final as Farley's about to clear. There goes the final whistle! Jubilation for Bath City women! They've won by 2 goals to 1. Silverware. They're jumping up and down and celebrating now. Weston players, unsurprisingly, look downbeat and dejected. They are defeated. The holders reached the final for a second year running, but they ran into the Romans, who did enough to overcome the Seagulls tonight. Mare was there high-fiving all of his players because it was a strong team performance. They worked so hard for one another. They had to defend, and they defended exceptionally well. It was 0-0 at the break, not much in it, quite nervy and cagey the second half. 𝗛𝗜𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗚 opening the scoring on 53 minutes. Until 𝗛𝗜𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗧's shot came back off the inside of the post. Rennie was quickest to react and tapped in past the desperate attempts of substitute goalkeeper Grace Southey. It was 2-0. Erin Duffy's free kick was allowed to bounce in the box. And 𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏, who came on just 5 minutes earlier, headed home into the far corner. Weston pulled one back on 81 minutes. Laura Jones sliding home for around 10 yards out through Farley. A well-worked goal. They had more of the play in the closing stages. We expected a tight, competitive affair. It was certainly that, but Me City did enough to win it. They were the better of the two teams this evening. They're now going in for a huddle. They didn't even enter this competition last year, which I know Mare wasn't happy about. He wanted to this time. He knew that they'd be one of the highest ranked sides. He got his wish, and he got his wish again tonight. You see some disappointed faces. They ran out comfortable 4-0 winners in the final last year. They ran out comfortable winners in the quarters and the semis, facing lower division teams. And they couldn't get past the Romans tonight. I'm sure there was so many positive words said in that huddle. I spoke to Mare yesterday after the development team. He looked up at me with a smile and he said, "We're going to win tomorrow night." He was very confident. I think he knew it would be a tight, competitive affair, and it was that. But they worked so hard for one another. The spirit on and off the pitch excels. And here come the officials, led by Mandy Kerfoot, which got into refereeing 7 years ago under Stacey Pearson, who's now refereeing at step 2 of the non-league ladder. Mandy Kerfoot oversaw the game well, so we'll be hoping to make a similar journey. She's there with the assistants Carl Stevens and Mark Webber, and the fourth official Ian Harley. And the runners at Weston are now going to go up to collect their medals, led by Tash Crew, and all their teammates following an orderly queue. In here just under 5 years, Tash Crew alongside her twin sister Sam. They both played well tonight, but having picked up the gold medals last year, it's just a silver for them this evening. And now the City players again ready to collect their winners' medals. First, we're going to have a photo from Weston-super-Mare. Chloe Morley as well, who's got a broken leg, has hobbled in to join in. That's the cheer because Bath City are now going up to collect their medals. They can find their way there. Maddie Brown first substituted in the second half. And 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗏, who scored that vital second goal, which decided this final. 𝗛𝗏𝗚𝗛𝗏 assist, hit the post. How much this means to her. Erin Duffy provided the second goal. Costhorne Atkinson, tireless in midfield. Sadie Farley, that huge save right at the end. Poppy Spratt, who ran herself into the ground so much she almost had to drag herself off. Abby Gray defensively pretty much faultless, as was Bex Fry, next in queue to receive her medal. Amy Key came on late in the game to shore up the back line. Summer Hemmings, ditto. Won this final for a second time in 3 years. Nell Bloomfield, her debut, picked up a winner. Eve Trivett, a couple of weeks shy of her birthday. Jasmine Rennie, who scored the opening goal. Kelly Cutlow came on at the end into midfield and helped protect the back line. And captain Tara Taylor, who was there on the opening game in 2022, the defeat against Penmill, It didn't look so good then. It looks pretty good now. She lifts the trophy aloft. Fireworks as well on the far side. To highlight that the winners of the 2025 Somerset Junior Cup final are Bath City women. You can hear the noise. Spectacular display. Which I wasn't expecting over on the far side here at Iron Mould Lane. And the players will now make their way towards the Bath City supporters. I think there's a tear in the eye of Jane Jones as well, posing for a few photos first. You can see all the photographers and videographers assembled. Cheer from the City players. They're going to enjoy this moment. Knowing them, I know they're not going to rub it in the faces of Weston Supermare either. Well, it's the first time we broadcast a game on Bath City Radio for the women's team. Very glad we managed to do it now. I'm even more glad that the batteries managed to hold out for these closing stages. You've listened to history. It's Bath City women's first silverware, their third season, their 62nd game back in existence. As I said, started out at Pen Mill. They didn't even have a rope around the edge of the pitch. 4-0 down inside half an hour. They regrouped, they finished second, they won promotion, they competed well last year. They pushed on this season. They haven't won in their previous 4 games going into this, but they won when it mattered. And now they're all making their way towards their supporters behind the goal to my right-hand side. Lots of friends and family. They're going to enjoy this night. They'll remember it for a long time, because their persistence, their loyalty and hard work has paid off here at Iron Mould Lane. We've won here by 2-1. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I said on Saturday it was the end of the season when the men drew 2-2 at Avery. You carried it on for an extra few games. The overtime was well and truly worth it, as the players are now going in for their photo, a bit like the men as well, in front of the supporters. Those who weren't fit enough to play in the final either joining in, and that'll be one which will be framed for sure. Well, Bath City women, queens of the castle. They have won the Somerset Junior Cup 2025 by 2-1 over Weston Supermare. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I hope we'll have highlights up very soon. It's been a pleasure to commentate on this game. I've enjoyed covering the women's team since they restarted a couple of years ago. The journey has certainly been worth it. From me, Mark Stillman, on Bath City Radio. Enjoy your summer.